I know. I know. An amazing man. All right. Now we've got a. What have we got here? We've got a
So
men's
this is a
K1 B. Yeah, this is a B final, semi-final
yeah.
B1. So this is they're hoping to get into the D final. So these are some of the athletes who struggled a little bit this morning. We've got Rojek from Poland, Margali from France, Laupa from Switzerland, Lowe from Canada, and Zakrajek from Slovenia. It is first and third will go through to final D. What is the? I know that sometimes on this course the wind can be a factor, and there are certain lanes. I remember one time we had a competition here, and everybody in lane 8 and lane 9 were winning all the races because there was a
Yeah.
bit of protection from the grandstand, and it just gave everyone a big advantage. Is it a course that's well known for that, Emma? Is it somewhere where on a windy day you can get a real advantage? No, if you're in
I
the right
think
side of the course.
I think it depends on whether it's a straighter wind or not. So Szeged can generally be windy, but I think when it is really quite crossy, there is a bit of an advantage to those outside lanes, depending on whether it's from the left or from the right. So the bank that you can see the coaches cycling on offers a bit of protection for lane 1, potentially lane 2 if it comes from that side, and then the same from the grandstand. So I think that's probably a frustration, but I think generally, from my experiences, it's quite a fair course. You don't tend to get a huge amount of wave build up when it's a crosswind. So it can certainly get quite bumpy when it's a straight wind, but then at least that's the same for everybody.
So a nice little race here for the Swiss paddler Luca Lopa, who sounds like he should be in a Batman movie. I reckon,
Yeah,
don't you think? Uh,
absolutely.
Luca Lopa. But he's paddling a nice race here out in front. Good race there for second and third. Three athletes going for the two positions available. Good opportunity to get a bit of racing experience as well. They haven't made it through to the A final or the B final. They're hoping to get through to the D final, but every race is an opportunity to learn, and that's what these athletes are doing out there at the moment.
And I think it was a really good change that the ICF made a couple of years ago to create these kind of multiple semi-finals and finals, to go to this number of finals. I think there's up to E finals for the men's K1000, so that gives more athletes more chances to race, which is what we really want. You know, when they've bothered to
Yeah,
travel and be part of it, it's great to have
for sure.
additional race opportunities.
So Lorpa now being challenged by the French paddler, Maxime Margali, having a nice little race between themselves. And it looks like the Slovenian Jost Zakrzek is coming through to take third spot. So those three athletes will go through to the D final.
Great to see Switzerland doing well. Not a nation that we see a huge amount of in
No,
sprint canoeing. So again, great to see that.
yeah, no, they've really come to the fore in slalom, especially kayak cross. They've become really, really powerful in that. And as you say, Emma, nice to see them stepping up in canoe sprint now as well. So we've got another semi-final coming up in just a moment for the right to go into the D final. What have you heard from around the world about the power? I know Curtis McGrath's taking some time off, so we won't see him, I don't think, next week in Poznan. There's a few others who are taking a bit of a breather. What have you been hearing? You got some scuttlebutt for us this afternoon, Emma Wicks, on who might be up?
I think there'll be some names that everyone recognises in Poznan. I think there's going to be some new faces, and I think that's the kind of excitement of the sport, to be able to see some nations, you know, arrive on the world stage at the start of a cycle. I think for Paralympic para canoe, it's always a funding challenge to get teams to these competitions for some of the nations. So I hope that